all the trouble surrounding the UK acquisition and the subsequent loss in market value for the company, Atul is confident that he now has Punj Lloyd back on firm footing, ready to take on new challenges going ahead. What is the larger plan in terms of handling some of the mess created by this now? Or is it, I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is already underway. You said 2 to 3 quarters is by when you feel you'll be in the clear. Is that,
yeah, should be.
Yeah, even with all the litigations and...
No, litigations on that company are really not something that we worry about too much, because it is now in administration. Right. Okay, we did deliver our promise to our customers, and then we put the company into administration, so we have capped our liabilities there. Going forward, I think we find ourselves in a comfortable place that our order backlog is not approaching, I would say, 28,000, 29,000 crores. And in this unsettled environment, to have 3-year visibility on your cash flows, I think is a good place to be in. Our projects are funded, our clients are funded, we have facilities in place. So when you look at the whole combination, okay, I think we're in a good place given the uncertainty that's out there. Also the fact that we're currently, as I said, in about 20-odd countries, we spread our risk. It's unlikely that we'll have a repeat of Libya happen again.
Well, it's interesting when you say that, because as you said, sitting where you are, you see it in this way, but sitting where those analysts are, the way the stock price, it's practically halved your net worth, particularly after the latest auditor's report had come out. And when they factor in a lot of what's been going on in terms of these concerns that we're talking about, it's completely played havoc with the market price. I mean, how would you, apart from saying what you are, how do you reassure
Look,
the
we
markets?
are in a business which has a particular gestation. Right. We're not in a business where you can say that, okay, Diwali season is coming, discount your product, get it out the door, okay? The cycle from us qualifying for a project, winning the project, mobilizing the project, converting it into cash flows, typically is about 18 months. Okay, so it's not a knee-jerk business. I don't have any manufacturing divisions within the company right now where you can say, okay, my electrical equipment is doing well or my other equipment unit is doing well. We're an EPC company. So working this out of our system will take the time it's taken, and we're now seeing the end of it. Okay, the size of the problem also was pretty large. Exactly. When you see we had over $1 billion worth of work in Libya, and a lot of it at very, very good margins. We were breathing easy in January last year, thinking it was all behind us. February 17th, of course, that changed dramatically for us. The good thing is that the Libyan government, the National Transition Council, has said that they will honor all old contracts. So that's what we're waiting on now. I think the next 3-4 months we'll start seeing that change. So on the stock market issue, yes, I agree with you. I have lost the most personally. Okay, so I think nobody will understand that pain as much as I would. But having said that, if you're a believer in what you do, you've got to hang in there and stay the course. You can't just bail out. And stuff happens. I don't think there's any group that we look at today where people have not written a doomsday report about them at some point in time. I mean, from the largest to the smallest today. So that comes with the territory. We did some cleaning up in terms of management. Okay, we had some senior level changes that we did make. So we've got the right people in place. We contracted last year a little bit to expand again this year. Waited on the right projects, didn't drop prices to just build up order backlog. Okay, we maintained our price levels in the marketplace. So last year was a slow year for us simply because we refused to do any knee-jerk. We cleaned up our house, got our act together, and this year we're seeing the growth coming back again.
A lot of the other infrastructure companies in India right now are also having a tough time because unlike yourself, maximum exposure is here. And given the kind of macroeconomic scenario here right now, there is order backlog or projects are not being, there's a delay in project commencement, financing is an issue and so forth. What's your outlook on India going ahead?
I think we've created a bit of the issues that we find ourselves in today now. Who's created them is a separate matter. But I think what you have is a labor shortage. A large reason for labor shortage in India is the Narega scheme, where you're not finding people migrating from rural areas to the cities for employment. So actually in India we have a labor shortage. I never thought I'd ever say this or imagine it.
Ironic.
But it is happening. It's happening in the farm sector. It's happening in the manufacturing sector as well. So interest rates are very, very high. Disproportionately high, and I am not too sure whether it's because of your procurement policies or that combined with your Narega, where people are just now consuming in far greater numbers than they ever were before. So there's so much demand pressure Okay, the supply side obviously not caught up. So the cause is obviously not oversupply of cash in the industry. Okay, it's the supply of cash in other schemes. So I believe the FMCG sector is going to do very well in the short term because of this huge demand that's coming there. But the infra companies will get affected. So at least we're confident that we can say, okay, maybe this one quarter, 2 quarters will be on the margins. But based on the now backlog that we've built up and the revenue that'll start coming in, we see a fairly comfortable next 2 years, 2.5 years.
Are you expecting this situation that we're seeing in India currently to continue in terms of growth slowing down largely? Do you see that trend?
As things stand right now, yes. Okay, but will it change? Can't say because it depends on the policymakers.